Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. I hope your day is off to a good start. We are going to be doing 2 candle reviews today from Kringle. The first one up on the review block here is Blueberry Lemonade. Now, I do want to say, I'm sure someone's going to be like, it's not at the halfway point. No, it's not. So I am probably just about a quarter of the way through this particular scent. There is a reason that I am reviewing it kind of early, so we'll get to that reason here in a second. But let's go through the usual rigmarole. This is a paraffin candle from the Country Candle line, and obviously the fragrance is Blueberry Lemonade. When I first got this on Cold Sniff, I fell in love with the fragrance. This is a delicious scent. However, my problem is that I cannot smell it. And not in the like, oh, it's just really light kind of way. It's in the, like, I can't really smell it at all when it's burning, except right when I have my nose over top of it. So the reason that I am going to be reviewing this now is because I want to go ahead and just stick this into one of my candle crocks, because I think it's going to do significantly better there. And so, yeah, that means that we have reached the end of the burn for this particular one. But let's go ahead and review it anyway. I may potentially just have a dud here, or I am hopeful that there are some other people who can potentially pipe in and share their experience down below in the comments. If you have picked up Blueberry Lemonade, will you let me know what your strength and throw is? I am definitely curious to see if something, you know, kind of happened in the pouring of this one, or I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. I feel like I am burning this the way that I have all of my other Kringle candles. I will say I have not had this one in a hurricane too many times. I think I've had it in a hurricane once just to test and see if it made a difference, and unfortunately it did not make a difference in terms of strength and throw. So I think I just have a really, really light one here. I would equate my experience with this particular fragrance to be very similar to what I became used to over at Yankee Candle, which is why you don't really see a lot of Yankee reviews on my channel anymore. One of the reasons is that they have closed basically all of the stores around me. If I want to go to a Yankee store, I have to drive across the river and through the woods. Just kidding, not through the woods. I live in a pretty metro area, but I have to drive literally to the opposite end of town, and it's a long drive because traffic in Portland sucks. So yeah, I'm not really shopping at Yankee. But yeah, let's just get into it. This is available in a few different formats. You obviously have the 2-wick large jar here. It is available in the medium jar as well. I don't see a sale on these right now. Are the other sales still happening? We'll talk about that in a second. It's also available in the daylight as well as the wax melts. I might be picking this up in the wax melts the next time that I place an order at Kringle, because I'm really drawn to the fragrance itself, and I'm hoping that the wax melts, even though they only last a day for me, if they have the strength that I really like, I would actually probably purchase a ton of this particular fragrance in the wax melts, because I really like the scent. This is delicious. Maybe Mick could bring this one over to the soy line, and maybe the strength and throw can be improved over there. I'm not sure if it's a problem with this being a paraffin, or if it's, you know, maybe the oil concentrations were off on this particular pour. I don't know, but anyway, so those are the different formats that are available. Let's get into the description and then we'll talk strength and throw. So let's find our scent story. Sorry. Here I am struggling to, wait, where's the scent story? There it is. Okay. Blueberry lemonade. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. Sorry. I'm filming this on a Monday and I definitely have the Monday vibes right now. The perfect scent for those hot summer days. We start off with farm stand blueberries blended with raspberries and lemons. Add apple and lime and a splash of ginger zest to vanilla and sugared musk for a tart and refreshing blueberry lemonade. Your top notes are farmstead blueberry, raspberry, and lemon fresh. Your mid notes are apple, lime zest, and wild verbena. And your base notes are ginger zest, vanilla sugar, and musk. Okay, so I can't really tell you too much about the fragrance when it's burning because like I said, it's incredibly light. And I kind of have to burn my nose hairs to be able to smell it when it's burning. But I can tell you what I smell on cold sniff because then I can get my nose into the fragrance a little bit more. It's so delicious, you guys. Like this particular fragrance, all of the notes are absolute winners. I will say the blueberry and that lemon note are the ones that sort of hit me first. I also get that raspberry, but it's definitely behind the blueberry note. And the blueberry is a really authentic, like real ripe, sweet, but also slightly tart, like fresh summer blueberry. Like blueberries in the height of their like freshness, if you will. So good. I love the blueberry note in this. I would say this kind of rivals the blueberry that Harry from over at Homeworx likes as well. Now there's no cassis in this one, but it's that same type of fresh, authentic, juicy, sweet, but slightly tart blueberry. Oh, it's so good, you guys. I do get a touch of that apple as well, and a little bit of that lime zest. What I don't pick up is the ginger. I don't smell any ginger, which actually makes me happy. Ginger kind of makes me sick to my stomach when I smell it. It reminds me of being pregnant. Pregnancy, while for a lot of women is fantastic and they love it, I was really, really sick during the bulk of my pregnancy with morning sickness. And so I sucked on a lot of like ginger candies to try to make the nausea go away. And so for me, I equate ginger with nausea. Never really worked that great for the nausea, but I just kept taking it. And now I can't really stand the taste or the smell of ginger anymore. It kind of makes me sick to my stomach. I don't really pick it up in here, which makes me happy. I think it would probably, quite frankly, ruin the fragrance for me. As far as vanilla sugar and musk, I don't really get a muskiness from this. I do get a sweetness for sure, which I guess you could attribute to the vanilla sugar, but it's not like I smell a whole lot of vanilla in this. It is mostly a fresh, summertime blueberry lemonade scent. There's nothing terribly exotic about this fragrance. It's just really authentic and yummy and a total winner in terms of the fragrance notes. But you guys, the performance of this, she is a struggling. I'm really excited to get this into a candle crock because I'm dying to smell this and have it be a lot more potent because it's so yummy. The strength and throw, the strength burning, I would put at like a 1.5. Like I really have to like be standing right next to it and over it to even really get a whiff of it. And the throw is virtually non-existent as well. I'll give it like a 1.5 to be generous, but I am just not smelling this thing. I've had it mostly in the fancy lady living room. it's like, I can tell that there is something lit in the room when I walk in, but it's very faint, and to really kind of figure out what it is that I have lit, I have to get pretty close to the candle. So, you know, if this was like in some secret location, I don't even know if I could like figure out like where to find it in my living room. It's really, really light, and that is such a bummer to me because I love this scent. So please let me know what your experience is. As far as like the overall quality of the burn of the paraffin, I've not really had an issue with that. She is pulling out just fine. I get a wax pool of about like, well, you can see it, it's right here. I did just light this about 15-20 minutes ago, so she's not completely pulled out yet. But you can see there's a decent wax pool. I should be getting something from this fragrance, and I'm just not. And as far as like the wicks and sooting or anything like that, I have been, for the most part, wiping the wicks before I light them each time. I talked about this in a video a couple weeks ago where I have been making sure to wipe the like excess carbon off the wicks before I light them. I find with paraffin candles that helps to reduce some of that sooting and some of the darkness that can form around the edge of the candle here. Now with the soy formula from Kringle, I don't really deal with any sooting at all. There was like 1 or 2 candles from the holidays where I had a tiny bit of an issue, but so negligible that it wouldn't even keep me from probably buying the candles again. But I do have to be careful with the country candles because paraffin, I think, burns very differently from soy, and it tends to soot a lot easier from my personal experience, which is why I really don't love the paraffin formula. I know there are a lot of people that still kind of swear by it, but for me, I think I'm definitely sold on that soy more than any other candle formula that I have yet to experience. So anyway, she gets 2 thumbs up in terms of the fragrance, but 2 thumbs down in terms of the performance. Let me know what your experience is. I will still go ahead and link this down below if you'd like to pick it up, or if you want to pick up the wax melts or the daylight just to test it out. You can use my 15% off code. So I'll have that information in the description box down below. And yeah, so thanks so much for taking the time to watch today, you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day. If you're curious about there is another candle review coming up a little bit later on this afternoon. If you're curious about that, it should pop up in your subscription feed around like 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So yeah, anyway, have a great one, and I'll see you when I see you. Take care. Toodaloo.